Congressman Robert Wexler again is my guest. You were on, I guess it must have been 2006 when you were on the Colbert Report, and he pushed you into an interesting corner, and I want to make sure I get the quote correctly. I enjoy cocaine because it's a fun thing to do. I enjoy the company of prostitutes for the following reasons. Oh, because it's a fun thing to do, much like cocaine. If you combine the two together, it's probably even more fun. I think what was interesting about the joke was I had to juxtapose that with the family values Newt Gingrich, who walked away from his wife in a hospital, or Senator Larry, homophobe, I am not, nor have I ever been gay, Craig, on the other. And I thought, how interesting that people actually went after you for a joke.
Well, that was the whole point. It was a joke. It was on a comedy station, and Stephen Colbert started it by saying, let's say some things that, if they were true, even though they are not true, would cause you to lose an election because you're now unopposed. So it was...
I remember. I was watching.
Yeah, and the funny thing from my perspective was I was watching the show with my older daughter, who at the time was 17, and I think my 13-year-old son was watching too. I knew I was in trouble when we were watching the show, and my daughter's cell phone, all these text messages kept coming through, probably like 100 of them or a couple hundred of them, and her friends were saying, your dad's the coolest guy in the world, you know, what's it like to live with him? But, you know, I knew I was in trouble. But the point is, it was a joke, and it's not true. And you're right.
You mean you don't like cocaine nor prostitutes?
That's right. The hypocrisy of the right-wingers who talk about family values but don't actually implement them, I think is evident to most Americans.
Okay, one last question then. You're in the middle of that conversation with him, and you're saying these on the air. Okay, you have the camera in your face. Is there something going off in your head? I mean, you're a 6-term congressman from Florida, I guess 5 terms at that point, and you're thinking to yourself, oh man, how do I get out of this? Or did you just think, you know what, it was fun in Congress?
But, you know, I don't know what I was thinking right at the moment, other than my staff. You know, a lot of the young, earnest people on my staff kept telling me, you know, if you go on the Colbert Report, just don't take yourself seriously. It's a comedy show, and remember, he's the funny man, not you. So I was trying to play along and to go along with a joke. And I don't regret it. The show treated me very fairly, and I think the world of Stephen Colbert and his show. I think it's a very sophisticated form of political comedy, and I think young people today that watch it are really benefited by that kind of news and the way in which it's delivered. And that's why I'm going to go back on the show Thursday night. I think it's a great form of entertainment, and that's what it is. And no member of Congress, in my view, at least I'll speak for myself, we should take our jobs seriously, but we don't have to take ourselves so seriously all the time that we can't poke a little fun at ourselves.
Congressman, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.